And we finally made it. Week 13 of AZCFL Intel. That means we're here at the championship preview for what is the AZCFL championship. And we said it off camera, colored me shocked, whatever you want to say, surprised, smacked in the mouth with my predictions, whatever you want to call it. I did not have these teams going to the championship. But that's the beauty of football. It's not about what you talk about, it's how you play. And tonight we got the championship matchup in the building, but even more importantly, not more importantly, but segmentally, we got my guy, JR Warner, holding it down, co-host of, as you guys know, Game of the Week with me, and I wanted to bring him on for Intel, to share the platform because that's how we rock. So, JR, welcome to my show, as I like to call it, and then as we get into it, I got Fluke Master the God, Eddie Fluker from the South Phoenix Running Rebels, and then Agent Zero, Uncle Rico McNeal from the Phoenix Outlaws. Guys, man, you guys are well known throughout the league. The Rebels and the Outlaws are well known throughout the league from a team standpoint. JR, you've known these guys, with their helmets off, with their helmets on. Getting right to it, man. From your football background, from a player, from a coach, from an analyst, from the start to the end, where did you see this happening, bro?
When the season first started, I didn't see this happening either. I actually did predict the Rebels, but my prediction was Rebels versus Spartans because I just thought the Spartans had a lot of talent. But like I was telling you, around week 6-ish, towards the end of the season, towards midway through the season, it was clear that there's been a shift with the Outlaws. And the level of football, especially defensively, just changed. They were starting to get more shutouts. They were starting to put points up. And you started to see that the team started to come together. Now, when that starts to happen with the level of veterans that they had out there, not just veterans, but talented veterans, I started to kind of change my tune a little bit. And when the Spartans Outlaws game came around, at this point, a week and a half ago, I kind of felt it in the air. And even speaking with the guys from both teams before the game, nobody was scared for the moment. It was a lot of guys out there, a lot of veterans on both sides, but you got the sense of we are ready to play football from this Outlaw team. And again, I have a huge Spartan history. I was a Spartan. Inside, I was rooting for them. But I got a lot of brothers on the Outlaw team, and Carl and Rico and Ben and so many others, Christian. And you can look in their eyes and you can see they wanted it, and they went out there and they got it done.
So I know me and JR go back and forth on mic, off mic, and we were joking around, predictions and stuff like that. You guys never lost the confidence. That was one thing that I can say with you guys 100%. The swag's always there. The mindset's always locked in. JR, consider me the emotional one. He's the analytical one. So when I see a big score, I'm like, yo, he's going to do that every game. And then JR's like, nah, this is the X's and O's. You were kind of alluding to it about the special nature of this year that every team makes the playoffs. So with both maybe members of the league, inside and out, kind of counting you guys out halfway through the year, how did you guys remain confident and keep that swagger?
I mean, it's just having an understanding of what you're trying to accomplish. Every other team came out on fire. You know, we kind of stumbled out the gate. We had to play Tucson and won, but it wasn't like what it was supposed to be. The nature that, if you look at our team on paper, it's like, okay, every position we got somebody who can do something. But it's still chemistry. Every other team came out clicking. And so the thing is, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
I honestly think the first couple of weeks is to see what the other teams got.
Exactly.
In week one, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, the Spartans, they bust our ass. I can't even. We came out there flat. That was the first time of me seeing the whole team. The team. I mean, it goes like that. It comes and goes. Like, they lost the first game.
Second.
Well, and won. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's regular, bro. That's nothing. Playoffs is a different ball game.
One
Best
game
man win.
championships.
So how do you, even though you're so far away from the playoffs in week 4 or 5, and you're not finding your groove, like how can you translate that to your teammates?
Every week, me, Shane, Guy, Rico, Tui always come. We gonna get there. Don't even worry about that. Every day, I feel like every game was a practice game. To be honest, this year every game was a practice game until.
I just want to talk about that. Like, that comment right there is strong. Because if you're a veteran in football and you understand the game of football and you understand what your goal is and you understand where your mind frame is and you got a bunch of brothers that got the same mind frame, you become an irremovable force. And that's why both of these two teams are in the position that they're in, is because, again, veteran leadership is huge. If you've got a group of guys that can get on the same page and listen to those veterans and get behind those veterans, you see two of the best to do it in semi-pro right here next to us. And they're playing in a championship game for that reason. Guys listen, guys execute, and they got a few others on the team just like them with the same kind of mentality. So that statement's powerful because, again, as some of these semi-pro teams move forward, I hope y'all really listen to that because everyone's got to get on the same page, and you young bucks got to listen.
For sure, man. And then, we kind of spoke to it earlier that the narrative is up to people's perception, and maybe I was on the wrong side of the reference points, but from what I saw from an analytical and a broadcast review, you were splitting time with some other quarterbacks. May it be political, may it be situational.
Yeah.
Obviously, where we're at now, you're QB1 and no looking back.
Yeah.
So, correct me. I'm here for the clarification.
That's a real PG way of asking, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know me, right? So here's the question that he's asking.
Yeah.
All facts, no cap.
You understand? Do you feel like the switch at quarterback is the reason why you guys are in the position you're here today?
That's what he meant. That's what I meant.
Okay, so I'm not going to say just to switch at quarterback, but that is one of the key pieces. You got to understand leadership. Like, that's the thing that I bring. That's the element that I bring to anywhere that I go to. Like, stepping on the field, I'm like, look, this is what we doing. Y'all rocking with me? Like, we going to get to the promised land. But I'm not going to sit up here and stand up here and say that's the key reason, that's the only – nah. Like, our line came together. Our defense started stepping it up. Our receivers started catching balls. Like, even the play calling, everything is different now. And so once everybody is on one movement, one key, like, it changes the narrative of everything. Like, before, I'm going to be honest, like I said, when people stepped on the field with us before, the first, I'm going to say 4 weeks, it was like, it ain't even really, like, we playing Outlaws, okay, whatever. Now, y'all know what time it is. And I'm going to look in the camera and say, y'all know what time it is. Like, this, like I tell my whole team, like, this is the underdog story.
You gonna throw
like, this is the underdog story.
You going to throw the ball?
Absolutely. I'm going to throw it your way. What you talking about?
I'm waiting on that, bro.
My dog.
Come on, man.
You're going to throw the ball.
He said that to me before, but
Hey,
So,
come on.
we touch on, you said leadership, being an old head from the football standpoint, and then having a solid mind frame. Not to say that the leadership was lacking early, but did you see it come out more because you were able to show more and instead of just talk about it?
Absolutely. But, I mean, if we speaking real, like, there were people who had their own motives. So once you remove people with motives that are bigger than the team, and then now everybody is it's a team before me. Like I told y'all when we stepped in here, like, I don't care about stats. I did that before. That don't, like, you can we just seen it with Jake. Amazing season. Like, and I always tip my hat off to him. He probably one of the dope quarterbacks that I talk about with Akil and all of that.
Accurate.
But at the same time, if your own individual goals are higher than the team's, then your team not going to make it to where everybody trying to get to, which is the ring.
that's a big
Just
fact.
because he spoke about Jake and just brought up the name, I'm going to say something about Jake. And it's coming from a point of someone who's gotten a chance to watch his career over the years, right? Not just this year, but his growth as a football player has been amazing.
Baller.
Yeah. Now, granted, this year he had a ton of talent. We're not going to lie about that. The Spartans were loaded in terms of receivers, a lot of running backs. They had a decent O-line for a change, but his ability to command, to be a leader out there in semi-pro football, throwing 21 touchdowns with only 3 TDs is amazing football.
Yeah,
Sorry, with only 3 interceptions, it's amazing. 21 TDs, 3 interceptions on the season.
Mm-hmm.
You balling. So yeah, we don't like to talk about stats and things like that, but that's an amazing feat, and that's something that we should tip our hats to. I personally think there was a lot of drops last week. I talk. I
Too
speak
easy
my mind.
to a Spartan talk right now.
No. At the end of the day, I got a microphone. You understand what I'm saying? But just understanding the sport. A lot of drops last week. Jake took a lot of flack this week, and he took it on the chin. That's a heck of a football player. Great season to Jake.
So, Rico, getting back to your point about bouncing back from, adversity and stuff like that, you were on a rather lackluster team last year in the Bucks.
Well, let me just clarify that. Like,
were you on the team?
No, I was.
Okay.
I was absolutely. But when you say lackluster, like let's be clear about the Bucks. We did lose a lot of games, but at the end of the day, people was winning 6-0. It wasn't like teams was blowing out, and we were playing with like 15 people.
Fair.
So let's call a spade a spade.
And you guys went on a 3-game winning streak towards the end, and you were playing both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
I seen
Not taking anything away from you.
Bucks have like 5 turnovers and only let up.
Man, it's
6
cold as
points.
hell.
So that's absolutely.
We got some divas in here.
Yeah.
I thought receivers were divas, bro. Come on.
But yeah, we talking about the Bucks. You got to keep it a buck. Is that defense was special? That offense.
So what I was leading to before, this is not a beat up question. I was saying though, you are somebody that can show your ability on the field and speak to your experience. Was there any of that translation from like, guys, I came from the Bucks last year. I know what it's like to be down here, and I'm trying to get her up. You know what I'm saying? And I've played in championship teams. Like, do they see that full spectrum instead of just like, I'm a boss quarterback, I know I'm better than these guys? Like,
Nah. So I don't even carry myself like that. Like, to say I'm a boss quarterback, I don't carry myself. That's fake.
I'm calling you the boss quarterback.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, this is how I really carry myself in real life. Like, and when it comes to football, like when I step on the field, like it's us. It ain't just me.
Okay.
If you pinpoint yourself out, like then you setting yourself up to fail.
Fair. Okay.
Like I'll be the biggest target. If we lose, I say it's on me. That way it ain't none of that.
Okay.
But if we win, it's a team win. That's just how it go.
So so then it comes natural with the full approach. So the full spectrum. Cool. I like to see that because, I mean, from my years covering you, I've only seen your gameplay. I haven't known you as a big talker or anything like that. But with that, you have a big name and a big presence in the league. So sometimes, that can be ballooned and platformed by other people, So excuse me for calling you a boss quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the biggest.
It's just how I feel, bro.
But end of the day, it's just like I don't try to make myself bigger than what the team is.
Nah,
like,
for sure.
Like where I'm here it's Outlaws right now.
Yeah,
so
especially
that's
the
what we
Outlaws
here
being where it's like, that's like the number one family dynamic.
Yeah.
Rebels, man.
We always play the Outlaws first game. That's crazy. We playing y'all in the shit, to be honest.
Was it I mean, going from a championship undefeated team to then you guys losing week 1, the jokes were, getting written off, and we kind of alluded to about you being, staying humble. You were out of last year's championship because of an injury. We were really sad to see that, man. Your shoulder got torn in half, all that. You're a strong guy. You were making it seem like it wasn't as painful as it really was. I'm sure you were hurting, bro. How are you going to, relive, and are you going to try and get, like, last year's energy into this game, or how are you going to channel that?
I don't even think about last year. It's a whole different ball game.
Okay.
Like, it's one game, one and done. So, it is what it is.
So, how do you balance that? I mean, Jerry can speak to that, being able to get all the emotions in this one game, but then also encompassing all your knowledge as a player and all the trials and tribulations.
It's different it's different being able to be who I am and look back at it now. As a young guy, I remember throwing up before a big championship game. Like I'd find the nearest trash can, my guts would go everywhere. And I always speak about a guy named Marty Monroe, who when I first started playing semi-pro, he was one of the vets, one of the guys who kind of knew it all. And one of the first things he would say is, when you get out there, make the first hit. I guarantee you everything else will fall into place after that. Go out there and make the first hit. As a veteran, it's kind of your job to hold your composure. It's kind of your job to rein everybody in on that football team. And it's time that you can't show no kind of, I don't want to say fear, but reluctancy or any kind of doubt. That can't happen as a veteran. So if you've been in the game like these guys, you know, all these years now, you got younger guys behind you, you got to make sure that mentally you keep them in check. I remember when I went to the championship and we lost to the Stampede, he quarterbacked that team, is my major focus was making sure the younger guys didn't get caught up in the pictures before the game.
But y'all did.
Or no, we did not. We came out to play.
Y'all came out one by one taking pictures with phones.
We'll save that for a different intel. We'll save that for a different intel. But
The boat trip.
especially given what had happened to that team earlier in the season against these guys where they got blew out, had to make sure they were focused to come to play, and you had to make sure you were ready for the moment. These are two veterans. They've been in this situation before. They played in many playoff games. They're going to come out, and I know it for a fact, this entire week, the last 2 weeks of practice, every practice, they've been hooting and hollering. They've been making sure it's clear that they know, that the team knows that they out there to win the football game and the football game only, and we could party after that, and that's got to be their mindset, and I'm sure it is.
That's my team main focus right now, to bring it back for love.
I was gonna ask that, man. First championship game. I mean, you've been a long time Rebel. As long as I've known you, you've been a Rebel.
I was a 2-week Spartan though.
A 2-week Spartan.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
When was that? What year was that?
Yeah, I was with him.
Oh man.
Showed up for a couple weeks, and we was really excited for a couple weeks. He left.
Man.
You know,
But that was the year he should have stayed, though.
I went back home.
That was the year he should have stayed, because that was the year we made it to the ship. That was the year we should have stayed.
That's a fact though.
I have seen that the identity of Ed Love and the Rebel way, it didn't shift. It kind of, bent a little bit early on in the season when there was some, extracurriculars, some dysfunctional family, I guess like any tight family, you go through your highs and lows. But now it kind of skip a beat. You didn't skip a beat, and it kind of feels like that undefeated team, minus a couple losses. How are you guys kind of going to embody Coach Love and bring that energy for him, as we're all going to miss him this Saturday?
For real.
To be honest with you, I could just hear his voice right now. Even winning or losing, he going to tell you got to be a man. You get what I'm saying? First off.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, he going to let us know. We can be losing by 14. We still in the game. He going to calm as hell. We still in the game. Don't worry about it. Don't trip. You feel me? He know how to calm that defense down and rowdy us back up. It's just playing the whole 4 quarters and making that scoreboard go your way. You get what I'm saying? It's hard.
I do remember last year you were talking about how if you had an agreement with him, like if you could run it up, you'll get a play, a handoff at the 50 or wherever it was.
Oh, yeah.
And you got it and you scored. So, like, maybe now you can kind of embody that without, obviously the first part going down. But, like, maybe there is a special kick return to the house you got for him or some crazy reverse field.
Me getting in the end zone is for love. I'm getting in the end zone.
Ain't none of that happening.
That happening,
Ain't none
Rico?
of that happening.
But
He'll get me in the end zone.
Ain't none of that happening.
Coach Love was it's a very underrated skill set as coaches and as players, but to be able to have a true pulse on your team. I got a chance to coach with Coach Love for a very short time, and he was a master at understanding how to speak to every single player.
That's
absolutely
as an individual.
Absolutely.
That's what will forever make him special as a coach and as a man.
As a man, for
his,
real.
And his legacy, and you can see it's funny because some of the veterans that he got a hold of late,
all the
you can see their mannerisms change on how they approach the game of football, on how they approach life.
For real.
And it's amazing to see another man have that effect on other men like that. And I think that's something that he left behind, that the Rebels have carried on, and it's been fun to watch. I do want to ask a question. If last year was a spectacular season for you guys in terms of going undefeated, as Jesse alluded to, and this year's got a different feel to it. Can you talk a little bit about the difference in seasons? Like what made last year's team special? What's making this year's team special? Because each team's got a different
last year, to be honest with you, last year when Love did tell us, he was, going through what he was going through, we was taking that shit for granted for real. We was just out there balling, having fun, whatever. But when he told us that, and then seeing him every day going to practice, not feeling good, you feel me? Coming to the games, standing up the whole time. Get what I'm saying? Like little shit like that. That shit touched
Little
me. It
stuff
touched
like that.
That's real.
little stuff like that. It touched a lot of us on that team. To be honest,
And
with
not
you.
just our
Get what I'm
team,
saying?
but everybody in the league, bro. Because like on some real talk, like I used to go visit Coach Love and just talk about the
That's a
stars and
fact.
garden and everything,
That's a
like
big
once
fact.
a week.
Shout out to the gardening. Shane talked
Yeah.
about how he got a garden because
Yeah.
of Coach Love,
Yeah.
and I love the Facebook posts and
For
the
real.
melons and the cucumbers. Shouts, man. So yeah, we gotta do a quick commercial break from our sponsor, but when we get back, we'll continue on the Ed Love story, and I'm excited for this game because I'm an emotional dude, so I'm excited for you guys to be able to play out and give what Coach Love would want, and that's your all. So with that, we'll be back. This is AZCFL Intel.
For sure change.
That boy voice got deep.
And we're back. AZCFL Intel Championship Preview. We got Eddie Fluker. And we got my man, Hefe QB. You know what I'm saying? Where did you get that from, Hefe QB?
That's
I said you were the boss QB. You said that's not you.
That's a good
Hefe
question. 'Cause
QB.
they've been calling this man that ever since I've known him, and I'm trying to figure out where that came from.
Yeah,
Mr.
it's just
Boss.
like in real life, I'm a boss.
All right,
outside
cool.
of,
Say
outside of the
less.
football, but you feel me? And then the quarterback, and that's just what we doing.
Rico
So,
McNeal, Agent Rico, Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. He was like, that was the quarterback. If Coach would have put me in,
Yeah.
I thought that was fun. Agent Zero, bro. But nah, we were getting back to it. On the other half, the other side of the commercial, we were talking about Ed Love and how we're playing a full game this Saturday where we know he would be there. If things were different, but a little bit of Ed Love's kind of in every rebel. Somewhat. You guys have embodied, the rebel way. His, like JR was saying, the mindset, the professionality, and the professionalism, and just the rebel way. So excited to see that take place. But to set the stage this Saturday, usually we say a full slate of football. There's nothing. It's going to be all crickets until 7 o'clock game. I always ask you guys, what's it like getting your body right, getting your mind right? What's the pregame like? I mean, you guys going to do like a pasta party like Friday, like you guys did in high school? Like everyone team up Friday night? Or y'all doing your own thing? What's going to happen?
You never knows. I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Nah, he don't know. He's like me. He pulls up last minute, right?
Always.
I like that. Plans give me anxiety, bro.
I'm gonna be early to the game though.
Oh, okay.
Be early to the game.
Sounds like you planning for something then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. Do we know the drip? Who's technically the home team? You guys are home team,
They're
cause
the home team.
Yeah.
The home team. Okay.
so are we getting all yellow, or are we getting black on red?
I'll let y'all know Saturday.
You don't know yet, do you?
No, I know.
Oh, you
I know
do
for
know?
a fact what we wearing.
Mm.
But y'all will see it Saturday. It's nothing, It's regular rebel shit.
Is it the white on white? The camos, I like those.
Whichever color they pill out with, it don't matter.
Don't even matter.
We focus on what we can come out there
Don't worry
and
about the end of the game.
So
in hoop shorts and tennis shoes, and we ready to go.
That's
for
not
whatever.
the no. That's
hoop
the
shorts and
DFL.
tennis shoes.
I'm just saying, like it don't matter. We ready.
I like it. I respect it.
But talk to me a little bit though, Eddie, as a captain on the defense. That Outlaws offense looks different.
Okay.
Different. A lot. The traditional Outlaws offense is
It's way
ground and
different.
pound,
This
beat
shit
you
is
up.
pound for pound.
Yeah,
That's a big
and
fact.
they're playing a little different, running a little bit of misdirection,
Mhm.
mixing the spread in there. They got a lot of split back personnel they use. I don't call, I guess Jake's Reed's a tight end, but he's more like a slot receiver out there. So we'll say they do a lot of 22 personnel. Like 21 personnel. Talk to me a little bit about what you saw last week on film, and what's some ways that you plan on slowing down Rico in the game.
I'll let you know Saturday. That's getting him ready for his game. I'm not telling him.
So if somebody were to dress up like you and play the game, what would they do, bro? Give us something.
Ball out.
Ball out.
That's it. I'm not telling y'all.
That's
what.
like when
Well, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you to
I
tell
be
me
watching
scheme.
this
I
though.
don't
I
want
be
to know
watching this.
scheme.
Like even in the NFL, when they be doing their little interviews, they be really snitching on their team. Like, oh yeah, I got him. His leg a little hurt. He's still gonna go out and ball. We got Doggy Bone about to go. Nah,
bro, you never play.
Now let's see it Saturday.
Give us a poker face. Lie to us, bro. Just give me something else. Say the complete opposite.
Coach Love ain't gonna lie to y'all, so I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Hey, say
Man, that's a good point.
Rico.
You gotta feel the air, bro.
A lot of pressure coming off
Yeah.
that edge. Right? They got 2 defensive ends out there that can play some football. They got a linebacker core that can come down and rock your head off.
Mm-hmm.
They like to mix up the blitz scheme a little
And
bit.
the DB core.
They don't mind playing. They don't mind getting in your face, locking up, playing man to man. They don't mind sitting in coverage in the secondary. Rebels defense believes they can do it all and at a high level.
And they can.
They've shown it all season
I give
long.
them that. I
So,
don't disrespect them. They
I'm
can
gonna
play-
ask
they can
you-
play the game. That's why they're here.
The question to you is: you've been able to put up points this last few weeks. How do you plan on doing that? It's gonna be tough.
By sticking to the game plan. Like we sticking to our game plan. We're gonna play outlaw football. We're not changing because now we playing. Nah, like in reality, every team we didn't play, we didn't scored on. Like
That's a fact.
when it was actually time to play, like we didn't actually scored on every single team. So at this point, it's what we switching up for. We finna go right back at them like we supposed to. Like ain't nothing changing.
They have a deep threat in
Where?
Azure McMillan.
Huh?
Yes.
Azure McMillan.
Okay.
Where you
played them
lining up?
twice, right?
For sure.
Already?
Were you? You did?
We played them twice, right? This year?
You tell
Yeah,
me because I
you
feel like
tell
you leading
me.
to something.
Short was there, right?
Was he?
And was he the quarterback both times?
No, but he was there one time.
It's It's
But
hard to
Sure
beat
didn't
somebody
do
twice, right? He's got a deep threat in Azure. We're not
That's
gonna,
my boy too.
We're
Short
not
Oh
is
yeah,
taking
my
yeah, yeah.
dog,
He
dog.
family.
And he-
Family.
Okay.
One person
So
don't win
respect
the
the
game.
resume. No, he doesn't. But you got a man that can throw that thing.
All
And
11.
you got a man that can cover that thing,
That's what I was
and you
gonna
got a man that can protect me in the back too.
You say that. You say one person don't win a game.
Don't.
But this football game, in my eyes, we're not looking at 28-21 score sheet.
I'm gonna be realistic.
I'm
with you.
looking at 14-0, 7-0, 7-14, maybe 21-7 if there's a late turnover late in the game. That's me, my prediction, just respecting the game. So
And you got us on the other end.
one broken coverage, one you're supposed to be in a cover 4, not a cover 3, and
Yeah.
the game is over.
And Ben's been
Same way
making
on offense too.
on the right.
He
on-
could
Facts,
be running the
facts,
post, but he
facts.
ran the fly.
Facts.
Hey,
He could
on
be
the
running
ground,
the comeback, but he ran the
Right,
or
right.
whatever.
Ben's
I'ma
been making dudes
redirect your
miss
route.
on the second and third.
Okay. Okay. So plan is to be physical.
I'm gonna play a physical game. It's gonna be a physical game. That's it. That's me. That's all I know. Fluke is a physical person. That playing 10 yards off, I'm in your grill every play next game. This game coming up, everybody, with every
He's
receiver.
not gonna do that.
You and
Promise
two have no problem
Promise you.
explaining. Like
I have
He not,
creating
he not, well, hold on, hold on.
assignments.
I heard he not gonna do that. He not gonna do what,
He not
Rico?
gonna do that.
Not gonna do what?
He
Who's not gonna do
walking
what?
up- He not walking up facing every
Say
receiver.
less. You heard that.
But
Y'all
you
heard that.
see,
not-
but you won't let your ego get the best. What if Azure is beating you for the first half,
I'm a bro. Listen,
and then
listen.
two's gonna get you respectfully?
It's football, bro. You get beat a couple plays, bro. So what?
No,
Get what I'm saying? It's football, bro.
right.
I'm
That's
not
what I'm saying.
gonna put my
When do
head
you
down.
adjust, and when do you
I'm gonna
adjust? And when
adjust soon as it happen.
and,
You do it one time, it's not happening twice.
sure, I want to see this matchup.
Let's get it.
I want the bottom of the
Good
screen matchup, bro. And hey, he had who'd he get against the Canes? Man, left him on an
I remember
island.
when he was playing with the Stampede.
Crazy thing
First
about
play of the game, he went to Asia, sure. When we played him, but they beat us. Yeah, they beat us. But first play of the game, he went to Assure.
thing about
He's
it
been
is
doing this for a
years.
while.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while, but for years, you believe a lot of coaches will look the other way, or there'd be another receiver that would get more.
This is different than sure
looks.
this year.
Assure looks different this year.
My
This
boy
is
humble.
different
Like
than sure.
he
My boy humble.
until after the game.
Nah, he
Because
humble.
he'll bark at you.
Yeah,
He'll
I've seen the
definitely let
Facebook
you know.
post,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
though?
he'll let you know.
That's my boy. Regardless, that's what he
Facts.
do. You can't
Facts.
stop nothing from no. You can't take that away from him. That's what
True.
he do.
And
True.
what y'all
But he's
don't,
too
what y'all
humble
don't
this
know,
shit.
he been had this in him
A long
since
time.
I've been
Yeah.
playing with him.
A long time.
It just
You used to see it in practices.
and we can and we
He just
and
talks
he
so
can
much,
attest
it
to this.
take it away.
I used to tell him like you got the most upside out of any receiver I'd ever
That's
played
a
with.
fact.
Like that's everybody see it now.
Yep. Yeah. He's doing his thing.
Is there anybody, and I know you're not snitching on your team, is there any players that we should expect that are going to step up this week that we haven't really seen? Like maybe a dark horse?
I say T-Mac because he didn't play last week. Y'all gonna see him step up.
That's true.
That is true.
And that's it.
That's a big, yeah. And I mean, you weren't in the
I ain't
championship last
speaking
year.
on my team.
That's a big piece, though. Team.
I gotta step up. It's just this year I find myself more coaching the team as I'm out there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you don't know what you're doing, I'm literally every play I'm talking to everybody, and Shane talking to the down low, and I'm up top. And we just communicate. You get what I'm saying? I ain't never really used to do that. I really didn't used to care, but now it's like, well, I hold everything.
What's that
Get
like
it out.
having Shane, another veteran who last year was on the Spartans, in the championship? Now this year, back to the
I
Rebel
love
way.
Shane because Shane don't bite his tongue for nothing. He don't bite his tongue. He don't sugarcoat it. I don't never sugarcoat nothing from nobody. You get what I'm saying? That's why we how he is today. Shane, he could bring everything together. Man, you could be wanting to fight each other, but he can talk to you. He could talk to me.
I never want to
You know?
fight you. Fluke,
I'm just
but
saying,
we
as a
dogs.
football player,
I've seen Shane break up full-on conflicts on the football field just by talking to two grown
just his voice. He got a powerful voice.
that is true. He
Shane
does.
is my dog.
People listen to Shane.
Shane should be a principal at a school, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Get mold young men's minds, you know.
He used to calm me down. He used to be like, "Yo, Fluke, it ain't even worth it, bro. Just don't even do it." I'd be like, "Nah, don't even do it." I'd be like, "All right, bro," and walk away. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to speak on two aspects real quick. One, we'll start with you, Fluke,
Mhm.
and just talk a little bit about Rebels' offense. Isn't flashy. It's not. It's almost like, as a defensive mind, you can kind of look at it and you kind of know what's coming, so to speak. How have you guys been able to always get enough to get it done? I mean, it helps having a great defense, but they managed to score. Like, you guys scored early in the Canes game and just let nothing else up. But how does that happen when you're not able to put up the 21 points a game? Can you speak to that?
Back to that, Akil, the quarterback. It's like every week he take it at a time. It's like, my fault, y'all. I play better next week, and he's been doing that every week. It ain't about the touchdowns. It's about the in-game play. You get what I'm saying? Not turning the ball over every drive, not every drive. You get what I'm saying? Like 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. That's what I've been liking about him. He been avoiding 3 and outs consistently. You get what I'm saying? No matter if they score or not, he's just been avoiding them, using his legs. But other than that, our offense is kind of nice, but it's we're a little wishy-washy, but Akil gonna bring us home.
You guys had a quarterback last year that everyone had jokes about. Shouts to Renz, he's the homie.
It's my dog.
Love it or hate it, he went undefeated last year. Then, there was some of those. Even Coach A had a joke when you guys had played the Spartans. He whipped out a fake phone. He said, "Hey, Renz, they need you back." And he did a fake hang-up saying, maybe he needs to come back from Mexico or whatever. But you guys have stuck with Akil.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a unique dynamic is he came from, I know you don't like this term, but a lackluster team in the Owls last year.
Yep.
And now we've got two quarterbacks that have seen the bottom and now rose to the top. So
Yeah, Kill never really been coached for real, like from a real coach. I wish Love was here because he would have took him under his wing.
Oh, yeah.
Really coached him up step by step, like how he did. What was our last quarterback? What's his name? Ivan.
Yeah.
He actually coached him up, to be honest. Like, whether he didn't, he coached that man. You get what I'm saying? He'd actually take you under his wing every day and coach you up.
Yeah.
He did that with me, too. You get what I'm saying? Yo, Fluke, come to my house. I got to show you something. This is what you messing up in the game. This is what you doing. This is, But, yeah, if Coach Lewis here, Akil will be 10 times way better. But my boy still got time.
he's already in the championship.
He last year
And to be
still
in the
had
championship
flashes
this year.
with the Owls of greatness. He still played very well considering that circumstance. So it's really
Well,
fun
homie, he
watching him be
disciplined.
able to have some
That's
talent
all I
and
can
some
say.
veterans
He
around.
disciplined. He don't put his head down. That's one thing he won't do is put his head down, and that's what I love about him. Win, lose, or draw, he won't put his head down.
Rico, going into the semifinal game, I was able to catch the huddle, and you were pretty loud and boisterous and let them know, like, we got nothing to lose. They didn't expect us to be here, so let's play with house money.
The underdog story.
So, respectfully, giving yourself a little bit of agency and saying that, no, we do belong in the championship. Are you still feeling that vibe of playing with house money, or do you have a little bit of we belong here?
I mean, so what I was telling my guys is that's the perspective of everybody else. Like everybody else feel like you said earlier, you didn't see us here. And I can attest to that. Like, nobody around us thought we was gonna be here. But guess what? We on the couch big kicking it.
Yeah.
So guess what we gonna do?
Big kick it.
Now we finna rock.
Yeah. So I mean, the team bought in. I saw it from the end of the Spartans game. They were, huddling the sideline and straddling the sideline, making sure that, you guys finished that game. Nobody was, kind of counting anybody out. Everybody was locked in. Have you had to reel anybody back? And granted, it's only been a couple weeks and you guys haven't played yet, but have you noticed anybody feeling themselves a little bit too much, or you kind of just been staying? Okay.
No, we know what we here for. We know what the assignment is. So now all we got to do is go with our game plan, whatever we do, execute, and handle our business.
Yeah. You do have some young guys on the team, right?
Yeah.
And so I imagine, the lights turn on. They got the championship.
It don't matter.
It don't
matter.
What are you telling them? Like, hey, snap out of it. Just another game? Or?
Nah, so like I tell everybody before every game, like when we huddle up, I'm like, when one step, we all step. Meaning we not leaving nobody behind. The lights get bright, I got your arm. This feel like it's too big? Your big bro right here. Let's rock. I'm with you. And this is in regards to whoever. It don't matter how, whoever coming, whoever would want whatever. Like, we all stepping as one at this point. And the way we've been stepping is big. So, I mean, we just going to keep big stepping.
And I wanted to talk, I'm going to talk football.
That's football.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the X's and O's part of it and the major shift. Like I talked about that Outlaws defense and the major shift that I believe has happened. And I will refuse to get out of here without mentioning a name that hasn't been brought up tonight. And in my opinion, he does have a very, very good argument to be considered an MVP of this league.
Oh,
Let's talk a little bit about Carl Evans.
You know, big dog. What? That's his name, Billy, because he the GOAT. Like, what?
I can't even.
Come on now.
I cannot knock that man for nothing he did, bro. That man always been good. Every year I played him, he's doing something good, no matter what. The one hand pick last year.
Crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Just
Crazy.
my boy been doing this for a while. It's nothing new to him. It's true to him.
The reason why I bring up the name is the last few weeks he's come up with big plays, big times, big moments when you really need it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's brought some of the young guns on that defense with him when he do it. So talk to me a little bit about, like, you watching some of that, because I know you got a couple young secondary guys.
Yeah.
Young to semi-pro. Not young to football, but young to semi-pro. It's a different game here. So how has he's not here to speak for himself, so how has
Absolutely.
he really brought those guys in? Because they're really dialed into what the Outlaws want to do. You can see it. I ain't going to out y'all, but what y'all did against the Spartans in certain sets and how y'all were able to switch that defense up and give them a different look and how he was able to bark orders. Like, talk to me a little bit about what goes into that. What has to happen for that to happen?
I mean, with him back there, you know you have a safety net. It's a blanket.
So
So when you play at that level, like his level of play is different. Which I'm gonna just go ahead and say our whole defensive level of play is different. Like, but once you start getting the right pieces in the right places, and it's like I said, it's not like Carl is very humble. Carl can literally walk around and say like, I'm that guy, and ain't nobody gonna argue with him.
No argument here. I've been seeing him do it for double-digit years, Crusader days.
But when you have a guy like that who's like, yo, like, I got your side over here, or whatever the case is, like, it make you be able to play comfortable. A lot of people, when I see them play, they play timid because it's like, if I mess up, then I'm going out. When you got that type of safety net or whatever, like, you can move around. You can play free.
yeah, it'd be different. It's really different when you got a young core. Get what I'm saying? And Carl a vet. Get what I'm saying? And to see him do something real good, I want to do that too. You get what I'm saying? That's the little younger dudes. And it's going to make you want to do that. And they all been following his suit. I like that, to be honest with you. Yeah. He stepped up. He's been a leader, though. He's always been a leader.
Dude, that
Always.
Billy play when he stripped the ball was crazy,
It's nasty.
man.
The best play I've seen.
Deja
Just like
vu.
never give up on the play, bro.
You know what's crazy is I coached Carl for a very short time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sugarcoating it. We played the same position. I played safety. He played safety in semi-pro. No ifs, ands, or buts. Carl's a way better player than me.
Different.
But he's so humble to the point where he was coachable. I was like, hey, Carl, this is what I see. I believe you should be opening up this way. I believe you should be turning your hips this way. He'd be like, all right, coach, boom, I'm out here. I'll do it. And then the next play, in practice, you'll see him do it and implement it. And that's something that doesn't get mentioned a lot about veteran players in semi-pro football. At the age he is, which we ain't going to name or say, right?
No,
Being
he's
able to
not.
still be coachable
and still be able to relay that message, which is huge. And I just wasn't going to get out of the segment without Carl Evans' names coming out for a big football game. So shout out to Carl.
He got my vote.
I will say, man, we had some issues with some extracurriculars with teams and fighting and stuff like that, and I did, pull him aside and say, hey, it's the first time meeting you. I've definitely been covering you for a couple of years, but you're a leader naturally, and if you can stay humble, all these guys will. And he took that solid, and there was no problems, and you guys are in the championship. So shouts to you, Carl. Shouts to you guys that can keep it humble and keep it level-headed, even though it's within football. It's a physical game. It's a bigger picture, and we're all boys at the end of the day, so we don't want to
really that team though, like his team. We all boys for real, like.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. There's a lot of familiar faces out there.
So
a lot
to
of
just go play
at the
against
same
each
barbecues.
Yeah. Not to go kick it Saturday, it's like
the handshake's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be fun,
midfield
bro.
handshake, before and after. I don't know. I mean, emotions will be flying after, but before for sure.
It's gonna be fun.
We'll take one more commercial break. When we get back, we'll chop it up with the crowd and get you guys popcorn ready. This is AZCFL Intel.
Yeah, my bad, man. I was just really anxious about that.
Bro, we got a sponsor for that.
Oh, that's right. Sunday Scaries.
Wonder.
I could use promo code BUCKET and get 20% off my total. Why am I bugging, man?
Yeah, bro, and anybody can do that. Anybody listen to our show, they put in the promo code BUCKET. They can get 20% off of any of the gummies, the unicorn jerky, and
They got some oils you can drop too. Yeah, you're right, man. I'm bugging. Once again, promo code BUCKET for 20% off your total.
Let's see what they talking about.
And we back. AZCFL Intel, Rico, McNeal, Eddie Fluker, Phoenix Outlaws, South Phoenix Running Rebels, Jesse Burke, J.R. Warner. Unfortunately, Cactus Media X will not be broadcasting the game Saturday. There was some extracurriculars, and we had to relocate the field. So because of that, we don't have the crew or internet. But me and JR will be on the field. At least I will. I know JR's gonna pull up, and
I ain't missing this one.
yeah, we're gonna get. We're gonna have some microphones. They just won't be plugged in. So we're gonna be in your face, get the stories. But we're super excited because at the end of the day, it's football. I know my man Fluke's not telling us too much because he doesn't want to snitch.
What you mean?
It's respectful. He sticks to the code, bro. He's from Detroit.
Exactly how we've been playing.
He said enough. He said
enough.
He said enough, but not enough, but enough.
No, it's enough. it's because I could decode the Fluke talk. You know what I'm saying? But
Just really me.
it is you. It's authentic, man. That's why I like these guys. That's why I needed them in the booth because they're both authentic. They're real. But we do have a game this Saturday, man. I see different identities when you guys have morning games to when you have the game of the week, right? All eyes will be on you guys. You guys are big players. I'm sure you guys have played in big time games in high school and college, and you've had big crowds and stuff like that. We saw the smoke that they gave you week 1 for losing, and people were letting you have it in the bleachers.
No, that was you letting me have it.
I wasn't.
He had made a meme and everything.
Hey, that was after.
I like it though.
That's post production.
That disciplined me. That humbled me right there.
And now where you at? You know what I'm saying? So, with that, man, how do you guys? I mean, Tunnel. It's a balance. They're talking at you from the outside, not in the championship, right? So you got to come with a badge of honor. You're already in the championship, but then how do you just know that it's just part of the noise?
I mean, growing up where I'm from, you gotta have thick skin.
Got to.
So if you sensitive about what somebody say about you,
make it.
and that's with with our whole grid zone and the petty and all of that, petty, like you gotta take that let it slide off your back. I mean, it come with it though. You get to get your petty on, or you get to be petty. So.
And where are you from? You're from California.
I'm
right?
from Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh, East Coast.
Yeah,
okay.
no, Pittsburgh, California.
Oh,
California.
Yeah, ain't no H in my Pittsburgh. Bay Area.
I gotta correct you
yeah.
because if I
Yeah,
don't,
nah.
and he
Yeah.
don't, D Will gonna get on my head.
Listen, hey, the black and gold. I thought it was Steelers. My bad, bro.
Yeah, we orange and black.
Okay, my bad. I already know where you from. Little Caesar's hometown, Detroit. What's good? My man grew up with what's his name? B Rabbit.
Nah, I ain't grow up with B-Rabbit.
Nah, it's fine. All right, cool. So I mean, that comes with the territory. Then a quarterback, bro. Like, you are the focus, right? You're either doing good or you're doing bad. There's really no in the middle with that. As a cornerback, even, either you shut down the receiver or the receiver burns you.
Facts.
Or it's not thrown your way. But even then, if it's not thrown your way, you did your job because they're not going to throw it to you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you shake off the expectations if somebody gets you beat deep first, say Azure or one of their guys?
It happens. I mean, how I shake it off is, Coach, I got you next play. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be me saying that, but I got you next play and it won't happen again.
Yeah.
And if it happened again, come on now.
So
It's football.
Yeah, that's fair. Then
I
respectfully,
don't know what you're running. You know what you're running. So for me to stop that every play, I don't care. I win.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
They don't throw it to you. I win. I don't care.
These facts. Your injury last year was uncontrollable.
Mhm.
You got hit. I think somebody came from an angle and hit
Kick
you.
return
Yeah, a kick return.
by the kicker.
Clearly, you have. Man, clearly you didn't lose any swag and you didn't lose any, you don't have any heightened anxiety or fear, like PTSD from that. But, I mean, is there a little bit of you knowing, that's football, you can't control it?
You can't control that. That could have happened to anybody. It was he popped out. I couldn't brace it. It was just right now. It was a right now moment.
Yeah.
And he got the best of me. I got up, though, but
Yeah. No, you were in pain, bro.
It hurt it.
Soldier, for
I
sure.
had to go straight to the hospital.
Yeah,
But,
no,
hey,
that was crazy. Okay, so I think that's real and that's cool because, unfortunately, I got in a car accident and now I think every time I'm in a car I'm gonna get in another accident. So for you to, get in that physical, situation and just be like, nah, that happens.
Even when I played in that national game, when I put the pads back on, I wasn't even nervous. I wasn't even, I didn't even think about my shoulder, honestly.
Yeah. And how often did you work out in cleats before that game, or what was the?
Oh, I was working out the whole time just to
Okay.
make sure I can play. Gee, I wasn't getting in the car to drive to Vegas knowing I was any kind of,
That's fair.
So I feel like I was real good before I went to Vegas.
Talk to me a little bit about your boys in the secondary. Let's throw some names out there. Let's talk about the camaraderie that you guys have built this year as a unit of four. What's made you guys honestly?
My boy
Rebels has
Dwayne
been
grew
a
a
true
lot.
no-fly zone.
My boy Dwayne grew a lot. Even from playing with the Sergeants to the Rebels, he grew a lot. His confidence level is, he good. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Hollywood always had that thump in him. You feel me? We got T-Mac back there. I don't know. Maybe 2 might be back there. I don't know. I honestly don't. 2 might be back there. But, we communicate. We talk. It's like, yo, this play I want to play man. I can go tell my core. I can go tell Shane, I want to play man this play. Okay, then they put somebody in mind,
Yeah, that make it work.
But yeah, so that's why I like my team. I can actually communicate to them, and if they don't like it, they'll tell me right now, nah, Fluke, we ain't doing that. All right, say less. Can I press it to the zone? Yeah. Then I do that. Get what I'm saying?
Yep. Rico, the two-headed monsters in the backfield, Brian Conley, Benjamin. They've been doing this a long time at a high level. Ben, arguably, in my opinion, maybe not numbers-wise, but he had one of the best games I've seen him play last week. He's getting older, which is crazy, but just his ability to find the cutback lanes and pick up yards, and Brian was so physical in the run game. Yes, your offensive line looked great, right? But those two guys, man, as veteran running backs, can you talk to us a little bit about their personalities, kind of people they are, and how do they prepare? What gets them going and being able to play at the level that they play at?
Well, when it comes to both of them, they both super humble. That's because it's usually when you got 2 people who can tote the ball, it's always a power struggle for who won carries. But it's so crazy because they both be like, well, I'm not tripping. You want this drive? You want this drive? Or if we get down in the red zone, you want to take it? When usually it's like, hey, I want the ball. Let me go get in the. Nah, they both
finish this off real quick. Nah,
they both hey.
I like them too.
And so it's crazy because it's easy to be able to work with both of them because neither one of them are I need the ball right now or crying about it. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a preference, though? Because Ben can go out on the routes, and he's more of elusive in the open field. Is there a preference of, you want him on certain play designs? Or is it just,
they just go with whoever in. That's how we making it happen. It ain't no.
We trying to get you to snitch on your team.
Yeah, but but it ain't.
You gotta remember that's our job.
Yeah.
But
we here for.
Who's ever in, that's what
they
you
have Key
what
back
you
there
doing.
too? Is Key the?
No, Key isn't with us. He
okay.
hurt his shoulder. So.
Okay.
It will, bro.
Yeah.
You know what that's like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Okay.
he fell on it.
No, I'm not saying snitch
3
on your
weeks
team,
ago,
but I
4
was
weeks
just
ago.
saying, like, obviously one can go out on the route. I haven't seen Booby run routes as much as I've seen Ben.
Yeah, but
I'll Booby capable.
Booby
not
is
saying he's not.
I'm just
not
letting you
saying
know.
he's not,
I'm letting you
bro.
know. Booby
Not
capable.
saying
he
he's
actually
not.
was
He could
a
do-
premier corner in the league early on. So
Booby different.
Booby-
to be
Booby
honest.
can
I'm
do-
with it,
I
bro.
play flag
You want to
with
win?
him.
Let Booby spin.
can
period.
play. You could almost put him anywhere. You could put Booby at linebacker, corner.
He's an
Don't let his
athlete.
frame fool you. Booby's an athlete. And he can
He's
play
an
football.
athlete.
Yeah, they both crazy when it comes.
They went
crazy thing
undefeated
about
as a
that
duo in 2015.
I was just
Facts.
about to say that,
Facts.
Coach Fish, and I appreciate.
What team was that?
That was the Headhunters.
Wow.
They've been teammates a very long time. They have such a
That's why they
mutual
work
respect
together
for
so
each
well.
other. They've been working together for a long.
The Headhunters had a fall from grace, man. I mean, from what I've known from them. I mean, last year.
2015 was
No, they wouldn't have
This is
made
the
the
Headhunters
playoffs. They
campaign.
made the playoffs. My bad. They made the playoffs.
No, it was the Headhunters.
Headhunters in 2015.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, before we tap in with the audience, man, my favorite segment. Sad to say, it's week 13. It's the last one, but let's get your popcorn ready. If you will, hand me the bowl, please. For those that have been tuning in all year, they know how this game works. We got a couple of questions, aka popcorn. We're gonna have them answer the questions. They can answer. They have to answer at least 3. They can pass one if they don't like it. But seeing as it's a championship round, we can.
Can't pass none.
Yeah,
They can't pass none.
They can't pass
Ain't
none,
ducking
and we can
smoke.
flex the amount of questions.
No smoke ducking.
So let's go with the biggest snitch, Fluke.
Wait, what he just call him?
Damn.
The biggest snitch in the world.
Me?
Tell it nothing.
I never snitch.
Okay, so this one, yeah. What is the other team's weakness?
Oh.
What are the Outlaws'
When you look at
weakness?
the Outlaws, yeah, what is it?
Yeah,
Let's talk
you can
about
snitch
that.
on them.
You could definitely say that.
The weakness is getting him out the pocket. Honestly, it's a.
I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that a little bit. When you
They need
What
to get him out of the
about-
pocket.
Well,
what
if we get
about-
Rico out the pocket, it's like I'd rather for him to, throw running
Run?
than sitting in the pocket.
So
He's
they're-
too strong to be in there.
So their weakness is he leaves the pocket too
Yeah.
often.
no, their weak. I believe what he said is their weakness is
If.
he rolls out the
If he
pocket
rolls
not
out-
as
I
effective
got
as a
you, I
football
got you.
team. He's
That's
better in the pocket.
and I'm only
got
saying it because he's there. I
Fair.
don't
Yeah.
know. I don't look at their team like that.
Y'all watching film, bro?
I got that answer.
Yeah, that's your. All right, what's yours?
So, you notice something that I noticed about the Rebels? They extra cocky.
No.
I don't get a vibe like,
Like
that.
you don't. But I mean, I'm
Nah.
like,
when they on that football field.
no. Let me take these off.
different.
Let me
Yeah.
take these off.
Different.
So
Talk to me,
I
bro.
can elaborate on that.
All right.
Okay.
There was a Grizz post after they won. You
Which
know what I'm
round?
saying? This last round.
Okay.
Yeah, it was alive. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, yeah, we cocky, we arrogant, we all of that, blah
Oh,
blah
yeah,
blah.
we was turned.
And Fluke was hollering, you feel me?
We was
Sitting, he
turned.
had choice.
Yeah, that
so,
live video.
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, they extra cocky. They
Coming
feel like
extra,
it ain't
you know.
nothing that they can't.
Just
You
win
know?
or go home.
Yeah.
So it's like-
that's
Did you,
I waited
did you
all
drop
year
some?
to
Did you
not
drop
say
some
nothing.
names? Did you drop some names? or
No, they
something?
didn't.
No,
No,
okay.
I
Name
never
drop.
drop a name. I'm not a name
But
dropper.
that ultimately be the Achilles heel.
The
of it.
crazy
Not a
thing
gen-
about
not
that,
a
as a
gen.
competitor that the Outlaws are and the Ricos in that situation, of course, you're going to use that as fuel and as ammo.
Yeah, they can do that. That's
But
what we wanted to,
as
fill
a-
it up, turn it up.
As spectators, them boys, when they get on that field,
We're gonna turn
a
it.
little
We're
bit
gonna hit the
different of
kill
a
switch.
switch
It's
about,
a kill
especially
switch.
that 11 on defense. A little bit different. Something will happen up here with them 11 boys, and you can see it and you can feel it. And to me, that live video is just an expression of that. But when they go back home, they know they got to look at that film. They know they got a game plan for these boys.
Yeah, we got a nice game plan. We got all that, but I'm with the boys. We talking our,
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing the whole season. I don't like when people win the game and feel like they won the championship. To be honest, but that game when we won and we had a barbecue, first barbecue ever.
See, they
Team
eating.
coming together. We eating
They
good.
eating big, Rico?
We eating good.
I got to see that live, bro.
we
I'm
eating
not
good.
hip.
Yeah,
All right.
go check out the live out.
Next one.
I go to another one.
Well, yeah, we just.
We're going 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him do the next. All right, this one's positive. Who's the nicest on your team? Like personality, not like nice at
On my
football.
team?
Yeah,
Dwight.
Dwight.
I could answer that.
Dwight
for you.
Gilbert.
Dwight.
Shout out
Could
to
answer that
Pilot
for you.
Dwight, bro.
Dwight.
He's a nice guy. I heard one time he's a pilot. He flew to another state to pick up a helmet for a teammate or something.
Man, I think he picked somebody up too.
That's baller, bro.
That's sweet.
Shouts to you, Dwight. He made some. He was doing a lot of the photos and the not memes, but like graphics for last year. So shouts to you.
I think he flew
To actually get into it with
Cali
Dwight's hard.
a couple years back when y'all played the Black Hawks.
Okay.
He flew there to watch the game. He had some family or whatever, but he flew there just to watch them.
Pulled up with his own plane.
And if the Blackhawks see this, that
is so
36-0
cool.
still hurt probably.
Yeah. So
Me and Darryl drove there.
who's the nicest outlaw?
I'm gonna have to say Billy
Who was that?
Craig Lowe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like he's like probably one of the most chipper people I ever met in my life.
He said chipper.
Like, nah, for real. I have to use that word to define that. Like,
Chipper.
He's always like, "Hey, Rico, how you doing?" Like,
Oh,
nah, for real. Like, shout out you, Billy. You
32.
feel me?
Who's 32?
Shout out,
Is that him?
Hey, he always.
I heard that Kyle on your team's the nicest
Receiver.
dude. The
Yeah, he's nice.
linebacker.
He's nice, but I'll give it to Dwight.
Give it right. That's
Dwayne.
fine.
That's a nice dude.
Billy Craiglow. All right, cool. Number 3.
Let's see what we got.
Some of these are grammatically wrong.
Who is the most improved player on your team?
So this is a little bit different because you weren't an outlaw last year.
Yeah.
So I guess just you can do in the league.
That one, I just go ahead and let y'all. I'm gonna pass. Give me another one.
All right. Well, yeah, we could. So
Yeah, because that's
technically, who you got to answer that one? Who's the most improved on the Rebels?
the most the corner, Dwayne.
That's fair.
That is definitely fair.
What?
That's probably grammatically incorrect.
Get him another one.
I ain't even gonna try to
What was?
It says played in and how till this be different.
Oh, I cut it off halfway. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I said do another one. I want to save you that. You didn't let me save you on that.
My
one.
bad. It was the question is how many championships have you played in, and how will this
okay.
be different? But
Got it.
it's fine. My bad.
A good question that you
I
had.
know.
It's a really good question.
I don't got
What?
good scissor form, bro.
What are the other teams?
What are the other team's strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, you got that. This ain't English 101, bro. This is intel, son.
Nah, you
I
good.
graduated a while ago.
You good. They strengths, I would definitely say, far as defense, their motors. Like, they never give up. That's one thing that I paid attention to about their defense. They try to get they gang tackle. So they try to get all 11 hats to the ball. That's one thing that I will, like, every time they tackling somebody, the extras is coming to come hit as well.
Yeah.
And those just be the ones that hurt. Like, they stand you up, and then one of them come try to put his killer pile.
Yeah, I feel you. And then, you know how to reduce the ego. So, you're trying to beat 4 or 5 tackles. Do you know on that 6th one to go down? Or
Nah, I ain't going down.
Mm.
Like, in last game, I took a shot too. But my thing is, like, this is a part of football. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to make you have to,
You gotta earn this one.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me see. One more.
Oh.
Hopefully this is correct. I'm out here typing like
Who
AOL.
should?
Get coach of the
I
year.
think there should be a clause to this one though.
A clause?
I think he has to pick somebody other.
Outside of your own team.
Who should be coach of the year?
I'm going to have to say,
You could pick a team.
so it's 2 teams and it's for 2 different reasons. I'm gonna say team number 1. I'm gonna say the Rebels, because clearly where they are. Like, in the beginning they had a whole bunch of movement going on. Like, they OC didn't come back. I don't know about their DC, but I just like being on the sideline because I usually stand on the sideline after a game for a couple minutes, uncut tape, and to see it used to be discombobulated. Like, everybody cursing, different coaches. You don't know who's who or what's what.
Yeah.
So they had to find their identity. Now they're clicking like a well-oiled machine. So whoever was able to get that together, I'm gonna say them. The next group that I want to say is a new team, and I'm gonna say if they can get more leadership, they will be a pretty good team to reckon with. Will be the Titans.
Wow.
Like,
I
as being a player who's seen different new teams come in, and then also the Canes. Excuse me, that's another team because they had their team jailed as well.
Pressure in the game.
But I like to talk about the teams that probably are, struggling to get players, or maybe had a kind of the Titans. Like, if they had a couple more veterans and maybe 1 or 2 coaches, I don't know what their situation was, but that would definitely be a team where it's like you put a few more key pieces in, and you're gonna have to compete with them for real.
So it's for them. It's like just the body, like the buy-in process, and just stay.
Well,
together,
they all were bought in. Like if I'm being honest, like them and Hawks, like the Hawks, I'm no disrespect to any Hawks players if they in here, but the Titans, they were really
Jail Dan.
They was all for one. They talking no matter what you do to them, how bad you beating them, and they used to, like I said, they used to be quarter horses, which mean that first quarter they gonna play hard, but on that back end they didn't have it. So if they had players and coaches who can keep them to sustain the whole 4 quarters,
That's gonna be a tough team goal.
Yeah.
I think if they get those pieces that you are talking about, and some coaches, disrespect, but they got to get some guys that with some veteran type leadership, coaches wise. And I think they got some players over there.
Yeah.
They got some guys that can play.
And then who's to say about the teams itself? I mean, last year we had 17 teams. This year we had 8. So who knows? You know, the future holds. But as for the direct future, we got the championship this week.
To be honest with you, that's crazy. I think the the MVP and the offensive, it's on their team. You know what I'm saying? It should be on their team. Assure and
Ben should be
Carl.
offensive player of the
Assure
and
so
Carl.
Carl should be MVP. And you think Assure should be
offensive
and
player.
then Ben as well.
Offensive
You got to put him
I
in.
was
You got to
saying
put
Ben.
it.
it's just. It's
I mean,
just
you gotta
what he
put them
did.
two, 'cause,
from
I mean,
Assure,
it goes
from what he
both.
did from by him being in the league,
Yeah.
he bought this year.
Yeah, he got his numbers. Is,
He in his bag right
I
now.
think he would have to be the most improved player.
The most exactly.
Most improved player for sure in terms of numbers. Like a lot of people in this league, if you know him, you know what he was about. You know what he's capable. But numbers for sure.
I think I'd have to give it to Ben on the stats because he's almost at 1,000 yards rushing. But
Damn.
he's at like 800 yards, something like that.
I'm not a stat
I'm not a
person.
stat guy.
In the
either.
regular season at 800.
They had to tell me last year how many picks I caught.
Yeah.
And I don't be with
If
that.
we include the last game, he was just under 9.
Yeah. So I mean,
Just under 9.
that's impressive stuff, man. So
Can we get some predictions?
I was gonna say before we get to the audience, man,
I say, I'm gonna just be realistic. 14-6, anything can happen.
14-6 who?
Us. Come
Who
on.
you think he talking
I'm
about?
playing, bro. I gotta add some
14,
spice.
Say higher?
who?
You holding us to 6 points?
6. It can go either way, bro.
Mm.
Get what I'm saying?
That was
I hope the
disrespectful.
audience recognized Rico's face when he said
Rico got upset, bro.
14-6, bro. And I'm not about to say we about to go up 38 like I was in the beginning of the season and lost to the damn Spartans. So we was going to put 50 on them and they beat us. No.
14-6,
Be realistic,
bro.
14-6. I don't know what the score going to be.
Okay, what
Y'all
you got?
asked me for a prediction. I gave you
But
one.
Appreciate it.
hey, we appreciate that. That's all Rico needed, bro.
Hey,
The thermometer dropped, bro. He's out here.
prediction, Rico.
Numbers don't matter. W.
exactly.
W letters. He said
W.
the letters, bro. All right, since we're not calling this
Can we-
game, we can finally give a prediction.
Let's bet our helmets.
So you telling me I gotta predict which one of these two teams going? You know
Your homies, right?
I'm homies with a lot of them boys on both sides of that ball, right?
Mhm.
In that situation,
We're
Jesse.
keeping it football,
Some,
fellas.
some people know where I live. Nah, if I give it a prediction, I got a 7-0 ball game.
In the first quarter.
I got a 7-0 ball game. And I'm gonna go with the Rebels on this one.
0, you say?
I got a 7-0 ball game. I'm gonna go with the Rebels on this one.
I'm going
Rebels.
against the grain, fam.
That's what's up.
With the Outlaws on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when WWE when Sting came down. Now, actually, Blue, I know everyone gets sick of the Outlaw magic, but sometimes it comes in consistencies. I see the Outlaws coming on top, bro.
That's what's up.
Last minute thing.
I can see myself being right. I can see myself being wrong.
The underdog
Tough spot
story
to be in.
continues.
It's a tough
I'm
spot
not
to
rooting
be
for
in.
anyone.
Both was the underdogs
Is,
all year.
is neutral.
Yeah, well.
I just know.
That's
I
what
just
everybody
think
say.
that's what's gonna happen. I'm not always right, but let's tap into the crowd before we get you guys out of here. We got Jacob Reed saying betting helmets. That's nice. Shout out to Carl Evans, Rico.
Kid said that New York education, that
Bro.
PS school district.
Yeah, who said? Yeah, and clearly not English 101. Bro, hey, New York's we're not number 50, but we're not the highest up there.
Did you go to PS 18?
I was a nice college. I was a good college student, bro. How you missed me with this high school stuff?
Man.
Yeah, shouts to Carl, Ronnie Sanders, Billy, my guy. Rafael Flores said LOP.
Legion of Pop. I don't know.
Shout out to Jake Reed. I see you out there. The big man Jake Reed caught a bubble screen and made a dude miss on the outside edge and got up the sideline after the game. I said, "Hey Jake, you can still move like that?" He's like, "Yeah, you ain't know." The veterans still got some juice. I love it.
Jacob Reed, bro. We got let's see. Championship was boring.
And what's so crazy, he never get a bubble. He begged for don't even look for a bubble.
Ben and
He
Boot.
like, I told you I can.
Pittsburgh Orange and Black.
I
I've
know
never heard
who
of
that you
Pittsburgh,
hear.
California, so consider me a not hip to geography. P World. Phil Ross. Yo, Air Force 4 doing his thing. 412. Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh.
Marzell said he got
PA.
outlaws flat out.
Where's Marzell at?
New message.
Oh, Marzell was good.
Oh, he also wants to make it clear that he won't be out there to route you up, Flu.
It's all good.
Why are you not going to be there? Oh, Marzell going to come to the game?
We always had our personal little kick return beef. That's my dog.
Ask Rico what Shay's hitting for. Unreleased, bro. You can't. Him. If you got to
Chill
ask,
out.
you can't afford it, bro.
Chill out.
Yeah, bro.
Chill out. He already know what time it is. Chill out.
You can have him when he done.
Carl Benham playing like this forever.
Oh man, yeah, I can speak.
Who's
I can attest
DG?
to that for sure. Carl been doing this a long time.
Outlaw has never been an underdog team, whatever that is coming from. It's absolute sugar honey iced tea. We've always known what we get when we play the Outlaws. Physical and competitive to the end.
That's true.
Tough to choose with this
Underdog
one.
in terms of record, though, Fish, not in terms of
Yeah.
the
Not
prestige
emotion.
of the organization.
We
Just
talking about what everybody believed in the beginning.
So did
like
I.
everybody thought it was gonna be Spartans, Canes,
Exactly.
I thought
or
Spartans
Rebels.
Canes.
I ain't gonna even lie
Like
to
you can't sit up here and
The
say
Rebels always
nobody.
been in there.
I've never thought
Like,
Yeah, it
in
was
the
them three
three-
teams.
yeah.
We was wrote
as
off.
good as they are, as talented as they were. I always thought
They thought the Phantoms was gonna beat y'all. I don't know why they thought that.
I thought it was gonna be Hawks Titans from the rip, bro.
This
That
guy.
would have been the wildest championship.
Hawks Titans?
bro. We would have had to put $1 million down.
we must be running out of things to talk about.
But nah, I'm super excited for this Saturday, man. This is gonna be my 4th championship game. Unfortunately, not calling it, not broadcasting it, but I'll be there. See the emotions down firsthand, man. You guys are the homies. It's crazy
My
to
dog.
think that when I started, you guys were just a name on a sheet, you know what I'm saying? And I've been out here rocking with you guys for 4 years, and you guys, I consider you guys friends, and you guys taking time out of your day to come rock it with us, highly appreciate that. My guy JR, he runs 97 jobs, has 18 dogs, you know what I'm saying? He has, a lot of life to live outside of football, but still makes it, and has a smile on his face every day. So appreciate everyone that made this season capable. Shout out to my producer Eric, who's put it up with me all week all year, every week, man. I'm a diva, so I do this, do that. No, I'm saying,
See the emails, they crazy.
bro, I be all caps per my last email. Nah, but I do appreciate you guys fully. Stay healthy, man. Unfortunately, you did get hurt last year. It hurt me, man. I recovered from shoulder surgery. I, did not want my dog to go down. I don't want even you guys to stub a toe, let alone hurting yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, stay healthy. Give it all you got, man. We appreciate that. You guys really do put it out there for us to, see. You guys never leave anything behind. So, before we let you guys go,
One favorite ass.
what we got?
You boys just put on a show.
I was gonna say,
Sure.
man,
No
what
matter what happens, make this a game.
what can you send off to the crowd
Sure.
before we get you out of here?
Everybody stay positive. Have a safe rest of the week. See y'all Saturday night.
Rico,
It's gonna be fun.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Jr.
06, 07.
And
It's
I
gonna be
knew.
real
See,
fun.
and you made me sit next to this man just now
It's gonna be fun.
make a prediction.
I didn't make you say what you said.
If you guys, I don't listen. Yeah, everyone that's family and friends to the Outlaws and Rebels organization are going to be at the game. But if you're part of the semi-pro community, support semi-pro football. Get out to the football game. Watch these two juggernaut football teams get after it. In my opinion, man, both of these teams are definitely deserving of being in the position that they are. Get out to the football game. Watch this game. Don't pick a side. Sit in the middle if you have to. All right. But enjoy good football because this is going to be a really good football game. Just like I said last week when it came to the Spartans and Outlaws, it's going to be a great game to watch. Something that a lot of things are going to be different this game than the first time these guys met. come out, watch some good football.
And with that, man, Arizona Cactus Football League championship matchup, the championship week, the final showdown between the Phoenix Outlaws, the South Phoenix Running Rebels, who are the reigning champions, looking to repeat for the first time in Rebel history.
Mm-hmm.
And the Outlaws looking to add what is another banner to their endless, rafter portrayal of banners. So with that being said, man, we got J.R. Warner, Rico McNeal, Eddie Fluker, and I, of course, is Jesse Burke. AZCFL Incel. Season 3 in the books. We'll catch you guys next year.
Flat up.